We've got the new advisory numbers coming in. Now we're down to 130-mile-per-hour winds, still Category 4. That's Gabrielle. But we're starting to see the signs of the shear right now coming in from the south, right?
We've watched this blossom and explode really very quickly in like 12 hours, but continue to strengthen since then. And just now we're beginning to maybe start that downward trend, because once it starts to weaken, it's going to continue to weaken slowly but surely, largely because of those upper level winds you just mentioned.
Right. It's going to stretch out. It's going to become a larger storm, physically larger. It will lose some of its wind for sure, but look at this. That is the Azores, right? Look at sunset coming in. Couldn't be any nicer, but that's going to change.
That is absolutely going to change. All of the different models, it looks almost like it's going to run right over or right next to the Azores. The only thing is, you know, it's obviously a weakening storm. It's much better to have, even if it's a Category 1 winds, it's better to have a weakening storm approaching than a strengthening storm.
I agree. It's such a great point. You're right. You want this thing to be on its dying stage as opposed to ramping up.
It makes a difference, even if they're both Cat 1.
Yeah, you're right. Absolutely. The one thing, though, by the time it reaches the Azores, will it be tropical in nature?
Maybe not.
I don't think it matters. I think it's going to be a big, wide storm. You're still going to have some strong winds. So let's get right to it. Show you the way it goes. And you're right. You can see that southwesterly shear starting to take a toll on it, making it a little more elongated. Now the winds are starting to come down. The pressure's going up, too.
Yeah, I was watching you on with Ian earlier, and it was looking like maybe those upper level winds were beginning to pull on it a little bit more.
It does. And Ian made the point. It looks like, at least on this, it's maybe tilted.
Is it tilted?
I don't know if it's running away from the satellite.
I initially thought what you thought, that it was just underneath the satellite.
Yeah,
but he might be right, because the winds are. It's certainly running into those winds more and more.
It is. It's pushing itself pretty nicely up to the north and east. I mean, it's going away from Bermuda. You don't have to worry about that. But first of all, the one thing to note about this, how long it is on this forecast map, and how thin the air cone is. Pretty good idea where this is going to go.
Yeah, I mean, that's a straight shot, really. No big deviations there.
No, and by the time it reaches the Azores, we're talking probably Thursday night into early Friday morning. The winds are still howling. We're still talking 85 to 75-mile-per-hour winds. Will it be tropical in nature? Maybe not, but it will probably be a storm that's going to be a big-sized storm like this, and you're talking a big wind field with hurricane gusts scraping right over the Azores on Thursday night and Friday.
And the Azores will be on the worst side of the storm. So wherever those winds are,
that's not going to be good. So we've got our first hurricane watches for the season for any landmass right now in the Azores. What
are the odds?
Third week of September. We're talking the first watch that we have. Look at the waves. This is one thing we didn't have to worry about too much for the United States. We have the rip currents that are still in play for, I'd say, north of North Carolina through Long Island through tomorrow morning. But the waves themselves right across the center, look at the size of these guys.
Yeah, I mean, this is a massive storm. They were kind of bumping into Bermuda yesterday. The thing is, this grew up so fast, it was almost out of there as soon as it exploded.
It was pretty progressive in nature moving away, so that's good. All right.